Okay, so I'm just going to talk over how I developed my second poster and how I got from, well, this to the final product. So as you see, I did a little drawing here, which was just the basic idea. I knew I wanted to have like a piece over the mouth even, and I wanted to have the actor figure in the middle with maybe the writing on the top. I wasn't quite sure, but this was my initial design. Then I put that into Photoshop and had a little look, and overall review of it was that it looked creepy and scary. And then Lydia suggested that I make it into a Polaroid sort of thing, and then that would give it a bit of a quirkiness to it. So here's me. So I made the little white background in Photoshop to make it look like a Polaroid, and then I put that on top. Now, more feedback I received was that the nose area here looked scary, creepy. They were just really put off by the nose, so I had to mess around with that a bit. So, oh, also it's important to note that if I go back a few here, so if you hear the background image change, so in this one I've got him not smiling in the background with a smiling photo over the top. So they're two different images, whereas this one was him smiling, and then this one's smiling as well. I know you can't see it, but if I were to remove this photo, you'd see him smiling anyway. So this image is actually the one that's supposed to go in here, whereas this one is him being not smiling, and then this image is put over the top as a different layer. So if I would have removed this, you would have seen him not smiling. So I decided to change that to see if it looked more natural, and we thought it did look more natural. It looked a bit better, and then I messed around making this this layer brighter so it contrasts with the lower layer better. And then overall, we the feedback was that again it didn't really look good, so we decided to go with I decided to go with the original background of him not smiling with the smile over the top, just because the contrast of it looked better and it just worked well, especially with the eyes and the eyebrows. Whereas this one, he's squinting a bit more. This one, he's looking very bland, and then this is clearly put over the top. And I stuck with the theme or the idea in the previous photo of having one messing around with the brightness of the one layer and the other, so it contrasts more. Then I thought one of the suggestions was maybe make that yellow. That was by Lucy. I thought I could maybe have a little go with that because obviously the theme of yellow, but it just didn't look right. Then I was satisfied with what I had here, so I had the him not smiling with the smile over the top. It's a bit brighter than the background. Then I went on to the titles. So this was my initial idea. Then I decided, well, the big S just looked weird. I thought it needed to look all the same. And then we decided to do the colon things, maybe look like a smile, but we had a heated discussion over this. And then we decided to just go with a normal smile, just so it looked simpler. And then, as you can see, I've changed the the what's it called? The brightness of the writing. It's gone from that to that. If you see, it's not noticeable, but it just. I think I then changed it back as well because I didn't like how bright it was compared to the rest of the poster. Ooh, yeah, and I removed the stroke outline. See, I've got the black outline now. We removed the stroke outline and then brought back just the colon to make it uh, just a bit softer. Like the colours, it's less bright neon. It's a bit smoother, and the outline's gone. And oh, I also put in his uh, his name there. I thought that looked quite quirky. Yeah, so I was satisfied with this. Then I went on to work with masks and like fades at the bottom. Then I could put the writing over the top. I wanted to put a mask over the top just so it's easier to see. Like I put over a gradient so then the writing was clearer and there wasn't loads of different colours in the bottom. So I managed to get all of the writing. Oh, if I can get this to disappear. I managed to get rid of all the writing and then I put in all the writing. It wasn't organized nicely, but I managed to get the right details in there. Then I compacted it like this, but I still wasn't happy with it. It just took up too much of the screen, and there was spaces between certain things. Then I finally came to the conclusion that this was okay. I was happy with how compact it was. I had the key details, and it looked like the research that I'd done. Then I decided to add some laurels just so the film looks like it's won some awards and is decorated, and there wasn't so much blank space. And then this was the final product, which I'm pretty happy with. And that's how I got from this to this.